Hello there, Mariette Martinez, financial and tax accountant, ready to help you connect your financial systems. The best way to do that is to connect your business bank account with an electronic accounting solution. That way, all of those numbers can come in auto magically, and that way you can see the power of automation and also being in complete control of your finances year round. So what we're going to do in this next demonstration is we're going to use QuickBooks Online to show you how to connect your bank account, how to categorize a few transactions, and then ultimately see this data populate on your financial statements, your profit and loss statement, and your balance sheet statement, because that's why you use an electronic system, because all the magic is happening for you in the background. And what we want to make sure is that you understand and can see this for yourself, and then you can choose when it's the best time for you to use an electronic software. Now, again, we are going to use QuickBooks Online for this demonstration, but there are other great online general ledger systems out there. But specifically for QuickBooks Online, we have a special deal for you as well, and we'll give it to you here in this bonus lesson. And then, of course, even though I am going to give you some really cool financial literacy tips, this isn't necessarily a financial literacy course. If you want to take full advantage of becoming financially empowered as a business owner and not only learn financial literacy, but learn how you can truly take ownership of your finances year round, we're also going to give you another resource where you can dive deeper into that as well. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's get into QuickBooks Online and show you how beautiful it is when you let the magic happen inside the software. See you in the demonstration. Let's take the next step on your money journey. So we've already discussed the importance of building out those startup expenses and estimating what those costs would be like. Not only the cost to start up your business, whether it's a one-time or ongoing cost, but also how much money you'll be putting into your business. We also shared how you can use those numbers to create a budget. And a budget will be all of the costs related to your business, but also keeping in mind the money that comes into your business. So in this example, in the month of January, you are estimating to bring in $2,500 of income and $805 of expenses with a total net profit of $1,695. So what would it be like when that actually happens and it's time to take control of your money year round and document this into a money system? Well, of course, you can go the very simple and manual route and actually put this into a spreadsheet. So you can use the same spreadsheet you're already using for your budget, and you can move it over into budget versus actual and put all your actual numbers in the actual column. Or you can create a brand new spreadsheet. In this spreadsheet, you'd want to have the date of the transactions, the amount of the transactions, and the description of the transactions. You could also even add the vendor of the transactions so you know who you paid the money to, or the customer for the transaction so you know where that money came from. It's up to you. Now, this is a very manual process because you'd be completing this spreadsheet every month, and you would be bringing these transactions from your bank or credit card account. Imagine if this can get done magically for you using an electronic software. Let's look at that process now. So what we want to do is to be able to move from a spreadsheet manual method into an automated electronic method. And we're going to use QuickBooks Online for this demonstration. So we have made it to QuickBooks Online, and we're going to see the power of automation and bringing in transactions into an electronic system to be able to manage your money faster and easier year-round for your business. So right now I'm in QuickBooks Online, and I'm in the tab called Bank Transactions. If you'd like more QuickBooks Online training, we will provide you resources for that. But for now, we're only going to focus on the connection of your bank into QuickBooks Online. When you're in the bank transactions of QuickBooks Online, you're going to have a message that lets you know how you can connect your bank. So you can easily see how it works through a video, or you can look at the 3 steps, which says connect a bank or credit card to get started, review and add your transactions, and then see how your business is doing. And it gives you 2 options to connect your bank. You can click on connect account, which is doing what's called an automatic sync to your bank account. What you would do would search for your bank, either by clicking on the link or searching manually here by typing in the bank name or adding its URL. And then what it wants you to do, it wants you to connect and sync your bank using your bank login information. I have a separate video that shares that, which we'll add here in this bonus lesson. But the same experience happens if you actually choose to upload your transactions, because ultimately what you're doing here is you're giving permission to your bank or credit card to upload the transactions into your QuickBooks Online, which is in this case your accounting software of choice. So we're going to use the upload transactions option, which will give you the same experience as if you had chosen the connect account. So let's look at that now. Now, to upload transactions into QuickBooks Online, the option here is to bring in transactions that are already formatted to bring into QuickBooks Online. If you're not sure what are those formats that are accepted into QuickBooks Online, when you click on Upload Transactions and you are in the Import Bank Transactions window, it will clearly let you know that you want to export these files from your bank or credit card so that way they can be imported back into QuickBooks Online. Those file options are .csv, .qfx, .qbo, .ofx, or .txt. So when you are in the account activity area of your bank or credit card, you are looking for those exportable file formats. So that way you can bring them into QuickBooks Online. And then you're going to follow these steps. Step 1, open the tab and sign into your account. Step 2, export those files out. And then step 3, upload your bank statement. Once you're at upload your bank statement, you're just going to drag and drop or look for that file. So in this case, we already created the file for you. Remember this simple file with the date, amount, and description? This was your option if you were manually doing your accounting. And so this would be the information that would essentially be uploaded into your electronic software, or this is what it would look like if it was coming directly from your bank account. Now, it may not look as clean because here we took time to give them some descriptions, but from the bank account, they may have some interesting descriptions or names, but you can always edit that once you are in QuickBooks Online. So let's assume that you went ahead and exported this file out of your bank or credit card and you're ready to import it into QuickBooks Online. What you want to do is complete step 3 because you've already done 1 and 2. So you're going to upload your bank statement by selecting the file or dragging and dropping. In this case, we have the file already downloaded to our desktop, and we're going to just drag and drop it right into that area. You could have also selected the file to find it. Now we're going to complete the process of uploading this transaction report into QuickBooks Online. Click on Continue. What you want to do first is make sure you have a bank account already inside of QuickBooks Online. So in this case, we're going to say this is connected to this account 0598. Click on Continue. Now you're going to go through the process of what's called mapping inside of QuickBooks Online. What QuickBooks Online is doing, it's reading your file and making sure that the headers match with what's going to be imported into QuickBooks Online. So the first question here is the first row in your file a header? Well, let's take a look. In our file, we do have a header, date, amount, and description. So we're going to click on yes. How many columns show amounts? We only have 1 column. The reason why it asks this question is because when you import data from a credit card or a bank statement, there are times when it gives you the amount in 2 columns. For this example, we only have 1. And what's the date format you used in your file? You can take a look at that file again to confirm. In this case, we have this date format. So let's go ahead and choose that in QuickBooks Online. Now, step 2 is confirming the columns that we just mentioned. Our date column is called date. Our description column is called description. Our amount column is called amount. And we don't have a column called check number, but if we did, that brought in the check number or any other information related to that transaction, we could choose that field as well. In this case, it doesn't apply, so we're going to click on continue. And now what QuickBooks Online is providing us an opportunity to do is look at this information. And this is a very important step. The reason is it's giving you an indication to check your numbers. If you're bringing in money in transactions, those should be positive numbers. If you're bringing in money out transactions, those should be negative numbers. So for example, we contributed money to the business, $1,000. In that case, that should be a positive amount into the bank account. We also received a $2,500 sales transaction from a customer. That's also a positive amount. The rest of the amount should be negatives because these are all cost for this month's business expenses. And so these are appropriately negative amounts. Now that we have done our check, we are comfortable with moving on and clicking on continue. Now we have the option to check all of the transactions, or if we wanted to leave a transaction out, we could have unchecked it as well. In this case, all the transactions look great, so we're going to click on continue. And we're going to get a confirmation that these 8 transactions will be imported into QuickBooks Online. And here we say yes. And we are good. Import completed. Click on done. Once you click on done, the bank transactions window will open again, and now you will clearly see that you have a bank account with 8 transactions in it. These will be the transactions that you have pulled in from your bank or credit card. Your next step will be to categorize these transactions so that way you can see them populated on a financial report, either your balance sheet or your profit and loss. Again, if you were using a spreadsheet, you wouldn't be able to dive deeper into each transaction. When you're using an electronic system, you will be able to, and we'll see that next. One other important benefit to note is that if you were using the manual method, you would be creating a manual spreadsheet for each month and for every credit card or bank card you are using for your business. When you choose to use an electronic system that automatically syncs to your bank account, you will have an unlimited amount of credit cards and bank cards and transactions that will automatically be imported into your system. Super powerful. Now let's see how these show up on your reports. Now that we have data inside of the QuickBooks Online electronic accounting software, we need to do the next step whenever transactions are pulled into an automated system, which is to categorize. Depending on the accounting system you're using, there are systems that become smart systems, meaning that every time you categorize a transaction, it becomes smarter every time and it recognizes that transaction. So for example, if we're going to take this transaction of $30 and say it came from Google, the vendor, because it's for our monthly dues and subscriptions for our Google suite, and then we're going to add it. The next time this transaction comes in from Google for this amount, if this is a smart accounting system, it's going to recognize that transaction and help categorize it for you. What we're going to do now is we're going to bring in this transaction and the remaining transactions so that way you can see how they post on the financial report. So now that we are ready to bring in these transactions, we can double check the categorizations and then click on each transaction and accept them in. From there, we're going to move over to the reports area of this accounting system to look at two key reports, which are the balance sheet and the profit and loss. Let's start with the profit and loss first. What are we seeing on the profit and loss statement? The money in, the income that came through services and revenue, and the money out, which were your costs that you actually spent to start your business, which gave you a net profit of $16.95. Now, the magic that happens in an electronic system is that you can click on each of these numbers to drill down to really see what happened. Also, we know that this would have automatically come in through your bank or credit card. What I don't see here on the profit and loss will be any contributions or withdrawals or balance sheet transactions related to my business. So what I need to do is go locate the balance sheet report. So on the balance sheet report, I will be able to see any contributions that I made to my business, any withdrawals, and most importantly, I'll be able to see what my current cash balance is for my business. That will be different from your net profit. Again, your net profit shows $16.95 as net profit, but your bank account shows $26.95. If we clicked on this transaction, again, it will give us the breakdown of all the money in and all the money out related to your business, and that's where you got your $26.95. This is so much easier than doing this through a spreadsheet. So being able to access an automated electronic system that allows you to bring in all your transaction and then automatically in the background is populating both your balance sheet and your profit and loss is what makes the electronic systems so powerful for managing your business finances year round. Hello, everyone. Marriott Martinez, and I'm back because you have learned how to connect your business bank account to an electronic accounting solution. Not only that, you've also seen the power of automation and how your categorization inside of the system is actually populating the key financial reports you need to make decisions in your business every single day. So we were able to take you full circle in taking control of your finances. When you are ready to invest in QuickBooks Online, we have a special deal for you right here in this bonus lesson. And when you are ready to get completely financial empowered as a business owner, we also have a resource for you to become tax ready year round. And we'll see you all online. Bye for now.